Alright, I'm on my way towards Taree, Australia, which is near my campground, and Crowdy Bay National Park. And anyways, I was starting to get a little tired, and I think partially that's because I ate some bread. But I came to this rest area, and it's closed right now, but apparently they have this driver reviver sponsored by the Lions Club. I guess maybe they serve coffee here or something sometimes or whatever. But I see this sign here from the New South Wales government: top tips to avoid driving tired. Now hopefully we can hear this on the video because the freeway is pretty noisy here. Okay. I think looks like more like concrete rather than blacktop. So we have these top tips to avoid driving tired, but they don't mention the most important one. So 1, get a good night's sleep. Avoid driving after midnight. Plan to take regular rest breaks. Pull over for a break in a safe place. Arrange to share to driving. Take a nap. 20 minutes works best. But of all these suggestions, they don't know the biggest one, and we don't know it after all these decades of having cars, and that's understanding magnetic fields. Okay? Magnetic fields make you tired. Okay? Even when I was learning about EMF, when my knowledge was in its relative infancy or absolute infancy, there was like no videos about magnetic fields in cars. Okay, maybe there was one, but it was terribly done, and it didn't really explain anything. I've since posted some. I certainly could make them better if I wanted to, if I spent the time on making them better, but I've definitely posted a few talking about and showing magnetic fields in cars. And so the irony of all these tips is that's the most important one, because it doesn't matter how good a night's sleep you get. If you have a high magnetic field, you will get tired. Guaranteed. And my car is a perfect example. There's a Toyota RAV4, the silver one. It's a perfect example of a car that will make you tired. Because the footwell, without the G-iron I installed, it's closing in on 20 milligauss, which is a lot. You know, they also here they don't mention drink caffeine, which is what a lot of people do, okay, to artificially stay awake. But you don't need caffeine. Most people get a good night's sleep, and you don't even need to take regular rest breaks. You don't need to take a nap. You won't need to arrange to share driving, and you won't need to stop at rest areas per se if you have a low magnetic field in your car everywhere. So if it's below 3, I like to say, you'll be just fine. Anything over 3, you know, as you increment, you will get tired much quicker. Ideally, you could be under 2, but that's very uncommon unless you're using, like, you know, shielded G-iron like me, which I can't imagine many people in the world do. Can't imagine many people even know about it. So, yeah, so that's the irony. But this is what we're going to learn. We're going to master EMF in many dimensions in the future. But before that happens, there's going to be a big downturn, and we have to go through the darkness, and a lot of people are just not going to make it. A lot of people are on the chopping block. So, a lot. Anyways, so that's the irony of, you know, this advice. And you'd have that advice at any country, but I just happen to see this sign here. We don't understand basic fundamentals of our machinery. I doubt there's even a book that talks about magnetic fields in cars. I mean, the knowledge I started to learn about is just piecemeal. And then I was just trial and error with the right meter. So I know there's people out there who understand it, you know, probably at a similar level, but they certainly I don't think they've really written much about it. I wonder if there's any other videos other than my own now. Yeah. Anyways, that's yeah. So if we say there's 8 billion humans, obviously they're not all driving, but let's just say all the adults, the billions of adults, however many of them that drive, what percent do you think understand magnetic fields, fatigue, from different cars? Less than 1%, definitely. Less than 0.5%. Probably less than 0.1%. You know, that's how, not exclusive, but that's how little we know, you know, collectively and individually. And, you know, in my experience, I rent a lot of cars in the last 5-6 years, so I have a lot of experience driving different brands, okay? So that would narrow the field even more. Yeah, and a lot of people have died from driving tired, and also truck driver accidents. So, yeah. But a lot of people, for whatever reason, resistant to learning about EMF. Maybe it is a little bit more technical, but considering the all the technical doodads in modern cars, it's a very simple force to understand. But we're just not there. So, okay.